There's a tougher tax regime coming in February, March by the time of
No, not it is not
No.
that indication.
Okay. So we were being a little more cynical.
No, it is not that indication. What is indicative of the reforms which I have indicated in my statement, both on the direct taxes side and indirect taxes side. That will make the fruits really ripen.
Right. In terms of your medium-term fiscal correction strategy, let's say going to 4% by 2011-12, you mentioned some of the steps that you're going to take on the revenue side, especially GST and how that is going to help. What about the expenditure side?
You know, with the growing economy, we shall have to allow the expenditure to grow to meet the demand of the various sectors. But always there should be some prudence. And that's why I do hope that it would be possible. So for interest rate you are saying, the moment our level of borrowing will come down, it will come down in course of time. And the borrowing we had to do because of the shortage of the revenue.
Well, that's the FM's take, but what are the experts saying? Swaminathan Iyer, leading economist and consulting editor of the Times of India and ET Now, feels the budget has more or less met expectations. He says it's a budget of continuity with some modest changes.
I rise to present the budget for 2009-10.
Scribbling feverishly, listening intently, making sense of the budget jargon. Exclusively from the studio of Times Now was Swaminathan Iyer, the man who demystifies what the budget really means for you. And here's what he thinks were the highlights of the Budget 09.
It was Pranab Mukherjee projecting himself that we are for the Aam Aadmi. We are going to produce more for agriculture, for the poor. We are going to make our best to get our way out of the global recession that is affecting us. He emphasized that we are going to improve infrastructure, especially rural infrastructure. There are going to be more equally for the urban programs. He made a large number of citations of how much more I am going to spend. So there was actually much more on the spending programs than on the tax proposals.
So did the FM simply play to the galleries, or did his budget make sound economic sense?
Played to one specific gallery called 10 Janpath, which is a very different kind of a gallery. But as I said, the nature of Indian finance ministers is that you have one paragraph for every possible vote bank. So he had one, but at the end of it all, the theme was basically one of continuity, of struggling to get out of this particular mess caused by the global recession. There was no roadmap forward very clearly on goods and services tax. He says we will do it on disinvestment. The speech said nothing. Apparently the budget papers mentioned about 11,000 crores. And this is seen as a huge disappointment because the economic survey itself had said we can surely do 25,000 crores a year.
But what was in the budget that spooked the markets?
Crash in the market, if you ask me, was more the problem of the market than the budget. The budget was an unexciting continuity budget. The markets had for some reason immediately after the election come to the conclusion this is some fantastic government, and there was a huge jump in that stock market. And they have now realized, and they're looking a little crestfallen, that they were guilty of irrational exuberance.
And what goodies did the budget have for the great Indian middle class?
Not very much, as I said. The 10% income tax surcharge went. There was a slight lifting of some of the tax exemption limits, but when you consider what inflation is, actually in real terms, that doesn't really amount to very much. The rate of taxation on goods and services is much the same, very little change. So this is not something being aimed at the great Indian middle class at all.
Well, not very much for the salaried class. But what about corporate India?
Abolished the fringe benefit tax, so some little minus and little plus for the corporate sector, otherwise not very much change. Various relatively small changes on indirect taxes.
Finally, on a scale of 1 to 10, how does the man who walks and talks economics rate Pranab Mukherjee's budget?
My rating is 5.5.
5.5.
I gave it 5.5 saying this is a continuity budget and a continuity is easy to do. Yes. It doesn't require very much work. It's more or less more of the same.
But then you got
some of the figures that like Navika quoted is a quotation over and above not the interim budget figure but the previous year's figures.
Compare their this with Swami's rating for P. Chidambaram's budget last year.
Chairman, on the parts of the budget that you did, full marks to you. On the part that Sonia Gandhi would have dictated, not such high marks, but we do understand that ultimately the budget is a political statement. It's not just an economist statement. I give this budget 5.5 out of 10.